Hey y'all, Rylan here. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you've watched one of my videos before, thank you for coming back. I decided very recently to make a reading vlog this weekend because I am going to be participating in a 24-hour readathon with a few, maybe like 3, I think, of my friends on Bookstagram. I apologize for the mess in the back of the room. I'm currently packing to go back home for Christmas break, so it's just kind of a mess. But this was very spur of the moment, so yeah, that's okay. So the readathon is starting tomorrow at 1 p.m. EST. I'm very excited for it. My reading this week has been slacking a little bit, so I need to pick up the pace somewhat. But yeah, so my goal for tomorrow is to finish 2 books. And yeah, I'm going to talk about those books really fast. So the first book that I want to finish is Written in the Stars. I talked about this in my most recent video, which I will link above somewhere. This is a fake dating sapphic romance about Darcy and Elle, who are 2 women who are both out of college. They're in their careers. Darcy's brother Brendan loves to set Darcy up on blind dates, and she is sick and tired of it. So when her most recent date with Elle goes poorly, it was their first date, they had just met each other, it goes poorly, she decides to pretend that it did go well just to get her brother off her back. I'm only 50 pages into it so far, but it's really good. It's so cute and funny, and the sarcasm and banter is just, it's really good. So I'm hoping to finish this book by 1 p.m. on November 22nd, which is when the readathon will officially end. So that's goal number 1. And goal number 2 is to start and finish The Silent Patient. I have heard this book is really, really good, especially the ending. I've heard that it blows people's minds. I don't know what it's about, but that's because I have a thing about reading synopses. I have not, synopses. I have a thing about not reading synopses. Yeah, I don't know. I have a thing about not reading them before I go into a book. I don't know why. I think I mostly just, if I see it has good ratings, I am more likely to buy it. But I don't know why I don't read like the Goodreads synopsis. I'm not into reading those. I'm definitely a person that judges books based off covers, and I probably shouldn't do that, but I don't read the synopsis of books. I don't know what this book is about, but I've heard it's really good. I've heard it is a slow burn thriller, which those can be the best ones sometimes. I'm hoping that I love this one as much as everybody else seems to. But yeah, we'll see. It is currently 8:39 p.m. on Friday, November 20th. So I still have like over 12 hours before the readathon starts, but I'm very excited, and I'm hoping to finish these 2 books. I'll hopefully make more clips tomorrow about my progress and just my thoughts, and yeah, I will see y'all later. Okay, y'all, it is officially Saturday morning. It's almost, it's 12:15, so it's like early afternoon. I decided to go to Barnes & Noble before the readathon starts, so I'm currently sitting in the parking lot, and I'm going to try to find Catherine House, which I've heard a lot of like mixed reviews about, but I'm really intrigued by it, so I finally want to get my hands on it. And then I also would like to purchase November 9 by Colleen Hoover. So those are my goals. I'm in the bookstore, so let's see if I can find those books. Okay, so I just finished at the bookstore. I was in there for like half an hour, and it's fine. I only found Catherine House. They said they had November 9 in stock, but they couldn't find it anywhere, so sad day. But I did come out with 1 book, so that's exciting. I'm really excited to read this one. I've heard really not good things about it, but also like really good things about it, so I'm hoping that I enjoy it because I've heard it's like whack. So yeah, okay, I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, so I'm officially back in the room. I got my groceries somewhere. They're somewhere around here. I got the groceries and the snacks that I wanted to buy for the readathon, and now I'm going to eat lunch really fast, and then we're going to start reading Written in the Stars. So. So I'm officially like 70 pages into the book. I don't want to spoil anything, but like it's really good. That's the best adjective that I can come up with. The fake dating arrangement has just gone into play, so I'm excited to see how their relationship grows and like see the tension between them, because I can already tell that they're attracted to each other. They're just refusing to like acknowledge it, so I'll keep y'all updated. I am also going to take a short break to pack a little bit and do some schoolwork. Then I'm going to probably pick up The Silent Patient and then come back to this. Okay, so it is currently 4:45 p.m. I've spent the past like hour or an hour and a half or so working on a research paper that I have for my detective fiction course. I'm actually writing about an Agatha Christie book, so it's pretty interesting. I'm ready to get it done so I can just focus on reading. Hopefully I'll finish that soon. I did though start The Silent Patient. So what I can tell you right now without spoiling it is that this book is about a woman named Alicia who shot and killed her husband, and after she was like arrested, she stopped talking. Like she has not spoken a word since she shot her husband, and so she was put into a psychiatric ward because the jury like said, oh, she's like, I don't know, but she was not like present like when she murdered her husband, so like she deserves to go to a psychiatric hospital rather than prison because she's not in the right like my state of mind. So they sent her to a psychiatric hospital where she's been for like 6 years maybe, and she has not spoken a word. So nobody knows why she killed her husband or like the details of that night that she did do that, but the main character in this book, whose name is Theo, he is a psychiatrist, and he switches locations to work in the same hospital that she is staying in because he wants to be the one to find out what happened that night. I think he's low-key hoping that him finding out the information could make like could become a book deal for him. I don't know, I think he has a little bit of selfish motive for wanting to find out what happened to her, but I'm really intrigued. The cover freaks me out. I do not like it. Like, isn't that not like, you can see the eyes, like it's weird. I'm sorry, it's creepy, but like I guess it is a thriller. So yeah, but it's really good so far. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to writing my research paper and then I'm gonna keep reading. Officially 140 pages in to Written in the Stars. It is so good. I am so impressed. Like, I am in love with this story. Everything about it is perfect. My only complaint right now is that Brendan, who is Darcy's brother, just seems to be a little bit too much for me to handle. He's 26 years old, but he acts like a teenage boy, and he tries too hard sometimes, I think, and I don't know, that just kind of annoys me. But other than that, I'm loving the story. I'm hoping to finish it tonight. If I can trust my Bookly app that I use to like track my reading, I should be able to finish this book in about 2.5 hours. I just sat down and read this for like an hour like straight, so I'm hoping I can make good time on it and maybe even finish it before midnight, but we'll see. But this is shaping up to be like definitely a 4-star read, if not a 5-star read, depending on how the story shapes out to be, but I'm so excited. Okay, so we were just introduced to Elle's nephew in the book, and his name is Ryland, which is like almost my name, which is Rylan, and I never see like my name in books, so I thought that's kind of cool. So I got my frozen pizza from Target that I warmed up in the microwave. It actually tastes really good. Then I'm almost 200 pages through Written in the Stars. I made some really good progress on that. Then I have my schoolwork pulled up in front of me. And then I got my trusty old Dr. Pepper and this really wrapper, and then my Agatha Christie book that I'm using for the paper. So yeah, exciting time. Okay, so it's almost 10 o'clock. I have less than 100 pages left of Written in the Stars. I haven't read any more of The Silent Patient, but I'm gonna try to get this one done within the next hour so I can take a shower and do some homework and then keep reading The Silent Patient. It's good. I think it's gonna be a 4-star read for me simply because of just a bunch of like little things that are kind of bugging me. But other than that, it's really good. It's getting steamy and I'm like, oh, but it really does remind me of Red, White, and Royal Blue, mostly I think because of the banter between Darcy and Elle, which is very similar to Alex and Henry in Red, White, and Royal Blue. It's really fun. I love seeing like the emotional rawness in regard to both Elle's family situation and Darcy's family situation. Neither of them have great situations with their family, and it's just really interesting to see how they interact with one another through those and how they grow closer together because of those relationships. But it's really good. Yeah, I'm hoping to finish it really soon. I'm that much left, so if I can finish just this book and get maybe like 100 pages into The Silent Patient before I fall asleep, I will be content. Okay, y'all, so it's like 11 o'clock at night. I just finished Written in the Stars. It's so good. I rated it 4 stars, 4 out of 5 stars. Would recommend. Really cute, super fun, really fast read. Perfect rom-com, and definitely had Christmas vibes, so I loved it. But yeah, now I'm gonna go take a shower and then hopefully read a little bit more of The Silent Patient. I'm really tired, so I might fall asleep a little bit, but I'll read more in the morning, so. Okay, happy Sunday, y'all. It's officially, yeah, Sunday. It's like 11:30, so the readathon is over in like an hour and a half for me. I did read a pretty solid chunk of The Silent Patient before I went to bed last night because I was just really tired for some reason, so I went to bed a lot earlier than I usually do. And I also woke up this morning and read like 80 pages of an arc that I have on my iPad from NetGalley, so that's good. It wasn't on my list of stuff I wanted to do, but I wanted to read like laying down in bed, and it's easier for me to do when I just like read something off my iPad or my phone, so that's what I did instead. But yeah, I'm about to go get ready for the day because my roommate wants to practice like her photography stuff on me, so we're gonna go take pictures like somewhere. But yeah, so I guess this is probably my last clip from like the actual readathon, but I'm gonna keep reading later today, and then I'll also do a quick wrap up just like talking about my overall reading and like my stats and stuff like that. So yeah, okay. Okay, so now it's time for the readathon wrap up because readathon is officially over. I've already filmed this, but I was facing the window and like you couldn't even see my face because the light was so bright. So we're gonna try it from here, even though the view is not aesthetically pleasing because I have bunk beds in our dorm. It's okay. Readathon is over now. I didn't do as great as I wanted to, but I still read more in the past 24 hours than I had read the entire week. So I'm taking it as a win. I finished one book. I started another book, and then I read about 100 pages of an arc that I had, which wasn't technically on my like list of things to do, but I'm still counting it because I did need to read that, and I got a big chunk of it done. So yeah, I already talked about this a little bit ago, but I did finish Written in the Stars. I rated this 4 out of 5 stars. The only reason I didn't get 5 stars from me is just because there were a bunch of just little things that like bugged me, like annoyed me about the characters, like that were just annoying. So I was like, but I loved it. I would recommend, highly would recommend this book. Absolutely loved it, and I'm so grateful for William Morrow and Avon Books for gifting me this copy because I definitely found a new favorite of the year. I started this book for the readathon on page 38, so I essentially read the entire book. I read about 320 pages during the readathon, so that's number 1. Number 2, I started The Silent Patient. I am on page 55 of it, so I didn't read a ton, but I did get started, so that's good. When it comes to the thriller and horror genres, I am in love with the idea of haunted houses and psychiatric hospitals / asylum, stuff like that. Like, I am automatically drawn into those kinds of books when I like see them on the synopsis of something. So obviously I think I'm gonna end up loving this one. It's probably gonna be a 5-star read for me just from like what I've read so far. Like, I am super intrigued. I need to know what happened. I'm hoping to finish it in the next few days. I drive home from school soon, so I'll miss a day of reading because of that. But after that, I'm set free for a few weeks. I'm hoping I can get a big chunk of this done, if not finish it maybe before Thanksgiving, but we'll see. And then finally, I read about 100 pages of an arc that I got on Nick Ellie called Forgotten Hills. This is a light fantasy novel about ghosts and witches, kind of, I guess. I'm actually not liking the story at all, but I'm gonna finish it because I need to submit a review. But yeah, that is all for the Readathon update. I'm actually going to probably do another one in a few weeks because I need to catch up on my reading so that I can beat my Goodreads goal of 250 books for this year. But we'll see about that. But okay, thank you all for watching.